What's going on, guys? It's the Tronus, and today we're going to be checking out whether or not the Viper set has completely fallen flat on its face, whether or not it's the king still. I'm going to be going around Cyrodiil, attacking a whole bunch of guys, trying to gank people, and we're going to compare those ganks and those like gank times and how much damage I'm dealing and how fast I'm dealing that damage, and compare it to how it was before the patch. I have, montages of my Nightblade before, and now this is going to be after, so I'm going to run around, get a bunch of clips, then we're going to compare them and see how bad the Viper set is actually affected, and whether or not people are just making a big fuss about it when in reality it's actually nothing, or maybe they're all true and the armor is just dead in the water and we need to find a new set. But I'm really excited to find out which one of these it is. Hopefully the set is still viable, in some type of situation or another. But you know what, let's go ahead, find out together, and let's jump right into it. All right, guys, I've played for a little bit over an hour, 40 like 7 kills or something like that, 42 kills, 7 deaths with the Viper set, and it's bad, guys. It's so bad. I tried ganking some people, and without the Viper set procs, my rotation and my gank build, my whole Nightblade build basically that I built that destroys anyone from 20k health to 25k health, or pretty much 25k health and under. I could burst them down when I would pop out of stealth, and they could basically do absolutely nothing about it. Some like Dragon Knights and stuff could get out of it because they would bust out a shield somewhere in there, but I would nail them to the ground, burst them down, kill them with no issues whatsoever. Now they can get up off the ground, they can put up a fight because the Viper set is just not dealing any damage. Like, you can tell it has that overtime effect, and you can tell they're getting a little bit of damage over time. And I think a couple of times I ran into where my Viper poison actually killed the guy. That was only like 2 times out of 42 people, so that's a little bit ridiculous. I don't think anyone's going to want to run this set anymore. I mean, it's sad and it sucks, and I'm definitely going to have to rework my entire Nightblade build around a new set that has a better proc than this, because I'm sure there's a lot out there that have a lot better procs than the Viper set now. I can show you guys this is just a level 40 piece of Viper set, and it deals an additional 4,835 poison damage over 4 seconds, and it can occur every 4 seconds. It is a good amount of damage, to be honest, for a damage over time effect, and it guarantees that it's going to put it on them. And then other than that, your weapon critical is really good. It's still it's a decent set of armor. It's not going to be the meta anymore. It's not going to be what everybody's going to be using, everyone's going to be grinding for, which sucks, and it's sad because it was a really good set. But then again, it's probably a really good thing, because when I was ganking, I would just destroy people and have zero chance to do anything about it. I mean, honestly, no one should have the ability, if someone's riding on their horse, like 2 guys riding on their horse, you fly in, kill the first guy in like 5 seconds, and then fly over to the other guy and have a good little battle for maybe 10 seconds and kill that guy too. It was a bit ridiculous how strong the set was. I think they should have just nerfed the damage that it dealt instead of changing it to a damage over time effect. And that way it would have allowed the set to still be used a lot in PvP and to still deal like the burst damage, which what the set was for in the first place, was burst damage. But instead, they took away your whole burst damage capability and just turned it into a dot. It's basically like the poison arrow or the poison injection skill. It's basically the same thing as that skill now, just in an armor piece. And the poison injection deals a little bit more damage, but it does have a longer duration. But basically, you have poison injection built into your armor, which poison injection, yeah, it's super great, but I mean, you know, it's not that noticeable in a fight. It's good to have their health ticking down, because then it counteracts like overtime heals and stuff like that. But without that burst damage on the Viper set is really not that usable in PvP anymore. I am going to test that a little bit more. If I come up with a different decision, then I'll post it in the comments below or something. But as of right now, the Viper set is out the door. I'm definitely going to go research other sets, find a different set, find a better set to use, and then I'll rework my Nightblade build and show it to you guys. As you guys can see, I'm level 49, so I'll bring you guys a level 50 Nightblade PvP ganking burst build, just like my build before, which I loved my build before. It was amazing, but sadly, it's just not going to really work that well anymore. So we're going to have to remake the whole build with a new set of armor piece. We may throw in some new skills and stuff like that, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. I'm not entirely sure what set of armor to replace Vipers with. If you guys have any opinions, or if you know of any good sets or something like that, please let me know in the comments section below. It would really help me out a lot in building a new build. I have honestly just not looked at that many medium armor sets. I heard there's one that you can get from Trials that has an instant proc on like light or heavy attacks, like a 50% chance to do like almost 3,000 damage. So I was gonna look at that one. I'm not entirely sure what it's called. It's like Serpent Sting or something like that. I'm gonna check out that one. Not sure if that one's the one I'm gonna go for, but as of right now, honestly, the Viper set's dead. Everyone, what they said is true. I guess I would have found this out earlier if I tested on the PTS, but I'm not really into the PTS. But yeah, Viper's dead. I wouldn't use it anymore. I would look for a different set. If you're like crunched for time, I want to get rid of it or anything, it's still decent in PvP, and it's still a good thing to have proc on people while you're fighting them. But just know when you go into that fight, you're not going to have that insane burst potential that you had before. the patch hit, and your fight is definitely going to be a lot longer, and you may need to switch up some skills to allow you to have a little bit more survivability if you're going to continue to run the Viper set. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you disagree with me or something, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear why you like the Viper set or why you hate the Viper set. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't agree with me. Love to have conversations in the comments section with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like on it. It really does help me out a lot. If you really liked the video, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I release Elder Scrolls Online content as often as I can. Usually that's every single day. Sometimes I miss a day, it happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh wow, I'm trapping on the way down. I'm grinding on like the holy rail, and now hit the slows and go ham. Pray, oh no, I cannot take this slow. I'm grinding on like the holy rail, and now hit the slows and go crawl. Yeah, race, oh wow, I'm trapping on the way down. I'm grinding on like the holy rail, and now hit the slows and go ham.